Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into the PBEM Challenge, and it is now September 27th, 1942. This game's clipping right along. Now, I usually post these one a day in the morning. We're actually trading a couple of turns at least a day, usually. So the game is really going right along. I really like it. This is how play by email should be. Now, we have finally sort of turned the tables, or we're at least getting a little more offensive. And I'm not talking about how we smell. We have now landed in Rangoon. We're thinking about a few other things. We're into Surabaya. And you know I love to say that if you like the War in the Pacific episodes. So let's get to it. Let's look at the turn report. UK's landing ship times 10. That's good because they were out of landing ships. The US had added 20 more, 10 and 10. Convoy attack versus Japan. That was the grayling that we had out here. The grayling, zero merch, zero escorts. What's new? I don't think that we've sunk a merch marine or an escort yet. We've sunk a lot of his subs in our convoy lanes, but really we just haven't done much in these convoy lanes yet. Fleet has low supplies, UK low oil stockpiles. Now that UK thing is kind of a problem. If we look at the UK, evidently, we've moved around a little too much with the Navy, the UK Navy. We've been trying to get it in the right place, but ultimately, we're using a little too much oil. So we're going to have to go take care of that. Let's go look over here at our warnings. UK low oil stockpile. We already knew that. Unit has low oil, and that is this out here, or low supply. I'm sorry, low supply. I think we're going to have to take all of these guys in somewhere, and we'll figure out where to do it. Now, the UK has low oil. Part of that is we're started moving these things around and the transports, so we got to be wary of that. Cameron, okay, more partisan activity, hopefully disrupting the Japanese. Let's go to the combat log. What happened last time? Okay, we see partisan activity again. Convoy attack. This was us, and we lost the bullhead. Now, we brought this out here in some respects to kind of protect this landing force, but it ends up we lose a sub and we got another one hurt. And so, gosh darn it. I don't know. These subs, we just cannot get anything going, even though they're new and improved. The torpedoes are anyway. Invasion, they have now taken Nauru. All right. Nothing we could do about that. Well, I guess we could have done something, but that's fine. You can have Nauru. Partisan activity, we don't need to go through all that, do we? Deployment, the Brits got quite a bit to deploy. Oh, I was going to say about the British oil situation. Now, we did get the message, and it's true. I don't know why they would lie to us, that we've got more U.S. oil production now, a lot more. And I was looking at the U.S. oil stockpile before I started. I mean, it's ridiculous. We can go up here and look at it. It's got like just a massive amount. 304, 304. We're going to start sending some to England, to the Brits. I say England as if, that's what's really out here. These are Commonwealth troops, let's be honest, for the most part. British troops out here to be sure, English troops out here to be sure, but a lot of Commonwealth troops. But the point is, we're going to be sending in our convoys from the U.S. to the U.K. oil every turn. The U.K. needs it, and we've got a lot of it in the U.S. stockpile. 304 now cranking out 60 a turn, and the U.S. is only needing 16 for upkeep. That will build rapidly. Okay, deployment. The 10th destroyer flotilla. Let's deploy it. All right. The 82nd African. We'll put that right there. And they do have a comment. Strangely enough, I used the US comments up in India, which probably helped the Brits. I want to use this comment over here on Port Moresby because I have my eye on Port Moresby as a certain next landing spot. US, what do you got? We got a battleship. All right. Just keep adding to our battleship fleet. We've got a lot of them. In you go, in you go. Next time we get the third core. Now it's a medium strength core, small. I guess it's called a small core. We got another small. I like to build those small cores, evidently. I can't wait to get to that fighter group with some air superiority. I really like that. So I can't wait to get to that one. Okay, what else can deploy this time? Soviet Union, October 29th, the 19th Army Group. Okay. Um, for the Chinese. That doesn't come in till November. Australia, hey, they've got landing ships. Well, they're ready. I don't know, how the hell do we deploy them? We'll see. Uh, actually, how does that work? Interestingly enough, with a secondary group. Let's get over here to Australia. Sorry, I should have used the mini map. How does that work exactly? What can I just deploy them here? No, they're just ready. I guess they'll be out here if I try to put an Australian unit on and, come over and land somewhere. Canada. Oh, Canada, November 12th. Um, India gets a mixed brigade October 1st, so next turn, India will get another brigade. Well, it's called a brigade, but it's actually it's a brigade group, right? It's actually a division of division strength, so 10. Okay. Excellent. So now we've deployed. Let's go look at the reports. We're gaining, I guess, a little bit. The U.S. actually is getting closer to parity with the Japanese on the water. That'll be nice. Merch Marines, I guess Japanese have 120, but only 10 escorts, and yet we can't ever, knock down a merch Marine. I am not really sure what that's about. Air 228. I mean, I guess if you add up the allies, it's getting a little closer. The U.S. continuing to build, build, build. Let's see casualties. What have we got here? We got the Japanese up to 79, 33, and 41. Okay, okay, chugging along, chugging along. Um, Now then, let's actually we'll go to the war panel. Of course, no more comments. We've got 60. Takes 60. Let's try to break their codes. Part of Japan's code. Whoa, that's the first time that's happened. Heck yeah, I don't know what, I mean, that's going to give us a little more information, I guess, about their movements. Okay, well, that's fun. I like that. It's the first time I've ever gotten that to work. Now I'm like, well, maybe I should have been doing it a little bit more. Anyway, the Brits, assault, anti-tank, they will both be improving up to 43 in the, within 3 months or so. Escort fighters are going to get a little better if we ever decide to build any of those. Their close support up to 43. Carrier operations will finally get to 42. Maybe that'll help that damn Hermes, which is just a abysmal carrier. Anti-sub, that'll be very helpful as well. U.S., now we're cranking away on assault again to get that up to 43. Interceptors to 42. We've got a bunch that, over the next 2 or 3 months will crank up and make those U.S. forces much better than they're currently operating, that's for certain. Long range subs, really looking forward to getting those to a 42. I think a big part of our problem here is we just don't. Our subs aren't very good, and they're really long range, so they want to fight on the surface. They're not as good as the attack submarines are. Um, well, that's not true. Now, that's interesting. Stealth, dive speed, evasion, and payload. Yeah, long range don't have as good a defense, but they actually have a better offense, right? Yeah, they've got a bigger payload, evidently. I don't know. I don't know. We'll continue to work away on these subs and try to figure out the sub game in this game. One of my favorite parts of War in the Pacific. Okay, well, these subs should probably head somewhere else. Um, it looks like we'll have to take. Now, who's injured? The Cerro is injured. We've got the Grayling, the Skipjack, the Pike. It's a little dangerous to bring them over here, right? We've got Port Headland, which is a level 1. We could bring something in there. Dobby's a 2. So let's take this guy out and this guy out, and we'll keep the Pike and the Grayling at Darby, and then the other two guys why don't we get them, or we'll eventually get them around over here to Sydney. For the time being, I guess we'll put them into Mackay. Okay, that works for me. Let's go up to India and see what else is going on. Now, this unit out of Madras, we're going to put it on the transport. Well, you know what? Check that. Let's go to convoys. Let's go to convoys, and let's have the U.S. now. So it's sending 50 and 2. We're out, we're using all of our why can't I speak? Merchant Marines. We're using 57. I assume that's how many Merchant Marines we have. We'll go back to the U.S. We've actually got 56. Okay. Let's go back to convoys then. U.S. Let's look at this again. Why don't we knock down this Australia to 40 and 2? Okay, so U.S. to Australia, and we'll hit the control key, and we'll be 40 and 2. And then let's create that. Okay. How's New Zealand doing on oil? I guess we can see that right here, can't we? 36, 30 for India. Canada doesn't have a whole lot. Australia's doing fine, 31. That's okay. It's really the Brits that are hurting. So let's go ahead and send to the British 10. Is that enough? Is that enough? It's interesting. How many more troops does New Zealand need? Not a whole lot, I wouldn't think. The Aussies are in at 119 again. You know what? I'm going to actually uh, get rid of this one and get rid of this one. Let's actually make this 15 oil. Create trade. All right. Okay. Now then, so we created that 15 and 20. We've got 56, so we can go up to 36 more. Let's then go out to the Australians and go to like, I don't know, 30 and 3 or something like that. 33. Create trade. Okay, I think that'll do it. 33, 48, 53. We could go a little higher, but I think that'll be fine. Um, for our purposes here. That could have been 33 and 3, but we're fine. Now, what's curious about this is the UK using their own convoy ships to get the US oil? It's actually a decent question. And also, does India and New Zealand need UK oil? I don't really think so. So let's do this. All right. Let's go out to India with this UK, and we'll do. mm, how about 13? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. 13. All right. Trade created. And then to New Zealand, we'll do 4. Create that trade. Okay. Now I think we've got it just right. 13 and 4 looks good. US is now going 5 production to New Zealand. I want New Zealand to have a little oil. Sorry, 5 and let's do 5 and 1. That's how over the top I am. I went and fixed that. 5 and 1, perfect. 30 and 3, okay. 15 oil to the UK. That will certainly help the UK situation. So these guys need to be put on a transport. The problem is they don't have any oil, so they're not going to be able to transport. So we're just kind of stuck. Now then, we're going to take the Oklahoma and we're going to put it. Well, is that right? No, we're going to leave it here. We're going to take the Canberra and we're going to put it back over in Colombo. Okay. And we're going to take all of the British ships. So anything with UK in it, we're going to take those back to Colombo until we have more oil. USA, USA, USA. Okay, we've got all the UK ships, I believe, and in they go. All right. So now they're at port in Colombo. Perfect. Right. Okay. UK, these are all UK ships, just making sure, or Australian. Now then, the US ships, we've got three carriers out here. I don't love the breakdown of this, to be honest with you. I'm going to go put them in Calcutta for the moment. I'm almost tempted to get them through the whirligig and get them the heck out of here. Um, hmm. Well, he's going to be coming with task forces, but when we took this other territory, these all became mined. He can't get through here. He's got to go all the way around. And so we've got a turn to decide. Why don't we okay, Calcutta's a level 7. Why don't we go in here for now? All right. And we'll see. We've now got in this group three carriers, two battleships, four destroy. It's not a great force. I mean, it's not a bad force. Don't get me wrong. I would like a little bit more. Um, Okay, now then, let's look. We got to wait to put that on a transport that doesn't do us any good. Oh, we also do have the glass. Well, I kind of want to leave him here. Let's just leave something at Diego Garcia in case something needs help coming up from the African bases. Oh, well, shit. We also got this new. We got a lot of things to sail about. We'll put him in at Diego. Oh, yeah, they don't even have enough oil to move the fleet. Okay, so why don't we do this? Oh, I wish the Hermes was better. It makes me so nervous. In another game I've got that's just absolutely been wrecked. Madras, we will put him on a transport. Fine. I think what we'll do here, this is a 10 and 10. That's a 10 and 10. Let's combine these two. Make that a little, whoop, let's combine these two. Let's combine, there we go, my goodness. All right, and we'll put this guy in Rangoon, and we'll just sit here and wait. So this is our elite force. He's out front. We've now got an infantry corps small that's an assault 42. That's a very nice unit. Um, yeah, that looks good. Okay, we've still got this unit in Chittagong. We also have this big, infantry corps large. He's anti-tank. He's not very offensive. This is a 1 and 3 because it's across the river. Okay. Infantry corps small. This infantry division we could add to it, right? Let's bring 10 and 10, 10 and 10. Let's bring him down here. And let's add this guy to him. Now we're starting to get a lot stronger units, right? Combat effectiveness wise. This is an infantry corps small. I think I'll leave these two back here. We've got that huge American task force up here. And then we've got the air. We could try to bomb some of these, but I like them on just full support. That's fine. And actually, we wouldn't even have the oil to do it, right? Because India, well, it's showing India with oh, that's right. They use the Indian oil. Okay, it's 30. So he's fine, actually. He could hit something out here. I don't see. Let's just try that. No, that's that royal army that was formed. And let's hit them. Nope, nothing there either. But hey, that was kind of fun. We may as well airstrike them a couple of times, see what happens. Uh, you know, I'm, I would really like to get a nice attack in here, but I'm just not seeing it. Um, Between the two of them, there's still 1 to 2 odds. That's not great. They're 1 to 2 there as well. So, okay, we're not going to really be attacking with those units. We need more British units up here. We'll continue to ferry them as such. We do get a new Indian unit. I think we'll probably maybe put that one in Madras eventually. We've also got this infantry corps small down here. So everything's looking fine in India. Um, Again, we'll have the two more British forces coming over. In Australia, what are we up to? I don't know why my screen is doing that. I don't know. Hopefully you can't see that, but it's like making some lines through the screen. It's kind of weird. Adelaide, Melbourne, Canberra, this all looks fine and dandy. It all looks good. 9, 8, 9, we're in the major spots. This is what I would like to just keep down here in Australia. That would be fine with me. We'll stay there in Brisbane and Rockhampton. We have this tactical bomber group. Um, I mean, ultimately, I guess I'd like to take them a little further north. I mean, they're not really doing anything out here. They could eventually come down here and help the Aussies, I guess. But why don't we? Gosh, their oil use is high. Let's actually not fly them. We just brought the subs in. We've also got the. Oh, this is the unit we brought, the tactical group we brought out of the Philippines that we were able to get out. He's just in support mode. We got the strategic bombers, um, the headquarters, which we'll need to go soon. Embark full operation. Do I want to do that yet? Maybe we'll come back to that in a moment. Carolina, we've got a bomber group out here, so we've already got a tactical bomber group that's kind of ready to go. We'll get that off and maybe bring it up this way. Now we do have a excuse me, a dive bomber group up here. There it is, the third tactical. Okay, so let's look at Java really fast. The US third tactical group, let's disembark them. All right, so they're ready to go. Now then, this 41st is the only one that's showing available for landing ships. So we got to try to disembark these other two right here. No valid land hexes. Well, shoot. All right, we got to get this guy moving then. So off he goes. And then we'll get this unit out. Can he move at all? Oh, whoops. No. All right. And then we'll try to get this unit off, and off he goes. Okay. I don't know why he pops out in garrison mode. He certainly, I don't believe he was out in garrison mode, but okay. He's got a lot on the way here, right? So maybe we just leave that here. We get up here to this hex. Let's get into fleet mode. Let's get up here with this transport, and let's try to land him at Batavia. All right, and let's do that. There he goes. And he took no damage. And straight into Batavia he goes. Easy as you please. Excellent. Well, that worked out. We've basically taken over the Dutch East Indies now. We will need to get this unit. Hmm. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we got another whole division here, I guess. Can I disembark him here? Yeah, he's in garrison status. I don't know why that happened. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That was my bad. I'm gonna have to figure out why he's showing in garrison status. All right, let's take him back to Darwin. That's fine. We've got some things now in Java, and here he comes, all guns ablazing, to say the least. Now, right now, we're in port supply. I think when the turn is over, that becomes main supply, and that and Surabaya can just, send supply back and forth. We've also got this squadron. Let's get him out of here. Darwin's getting a little packed. Why don't we take him down to Headland? All right. What else do we have here? Way too much, way too much. So whatever we can get out of here, it is this bomber group. I guess I can disembark them here. Let's get the bomber group off. They could be here. That's fine. All of these other ships, let's actually get them out of here and let's take them down to Sydney. All right, we are using a lot of oil now. So then, when you talk about, well, the U.S. has a lot of oil, yeah, but we are just guzzling oil at this point. Okay, so we came back with that 43rd Division. I'm gonna Oh, crud. Hold on. Let's move this guy. Now let's disembark him, and I want to see why is he showing in garrison status. I don't get that. He was not in garrison status before, so I don't know why he would have switched to garrison status. I got to get that figured out. Okay, so we got some ships, got some bombers. What is this? The tactical group, 42 close support. Okay. He does not need to be on priority repair. That is for certain. We'll have to go look at that, or I'll have to go look at that at the end. Let's go to the build queue. Transports 40, none are in use. Well, they have no oil. Okay. Landing ships 10. US now has 70 landing ships. 90, 80 of the transports are in use. So I don't know. Could I put the unit in Darby on something? I just don't think there's any place to drop them off now. We got to move out of Surabaya when we come up here with another. I don't know. Hold on. Let's put him on a transport and let's just try this out. Where can you go? Can you go here? Sure, you can go there. Um, can you go over here? Why not? We've got landing. There we go. Okay, on here. And let's D it. There we go. All right. Well, actually, we've got another unit over here. Excellent. That really worked out. Okay, well, that worked perfectly. So I'm not sure what I did wrong before. The two subs, 7th Division, he can go at any time. We'll move this guy back into Fitzroy. Or no, I guess this is Fitzroy. What's that? Dobby. I like to say that like I'm from Boston. I'm not. Believe me. Um, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just had a bad experience with some people from Boston recently. Uh, not really. Just on vacation. It just they were a little drunk. Nothing wrong with that. Believe me, I'm no teetotaler. Uh, Okay, I mean, we've got plenty of New Zealand units, Kiwi units. Let's go up to China. We didn't really go over China last time. He's still kind of in the exact same spot as last time we tried this. He's going over here. We're 20 of 30, 10 of 15, 25. Again, it's our two weaker ones I kind of have back here, 10 and 15. He's a 20 and 30. I mean, there's just no reason to really move these guys. They keep building up. Um, yeah, I mean, these keep building up. Some of these, that's an 18, that's a 19. Who else do I have on priority out here? All right, not him. 20. If they're over 20, I just, why have them on priority, really? 30. This is almost impregnable by him, I feel like. I mean, I could end up being wrong about that. He is trying to move this way a little. That's a 22 of 30, doubly dug in, 25 of 30. He maybe will start pushing here, 11 of 15. That's the cavalry. 21 of 30, 23 of 30. Okay, I mean, these guys are all fine. 11 of 15. I mean, these guys could combine eventually. I mean, he gets better supply up here anyway, right? And I could drop this unit back and move these units up. I'm not really sure where he's going out here, to be honest. I'm not going to drop out of Cyan. Hold on, that was ridiculous to even speculate about. Um, we do this, and then we'll have these two combine. I think that works. He's 14 of 30. He's already combined. Let's get him 1.3, 1.0. Yeah, let's put him there. We've got this really strong communist unit now that we can bring down this way. If he really, really wants to try to break through, he can feel free to. I mean, I've just got this big badass communist sitting here just ready, ready to bust some Japanese chops. Okay. Um, that all looks fine. This all looks fine. Again, I don't know where that distortion's coming from is bothering me. Hopefully you can't see it. We're still out on Suva and Pago Pago. We're eventually just going to get an avalanche of carriers where we can just go around and bully the map. And so, every turn where he's not moving, is probably a lost turn for him. 32nd Division, 81st Division. We've got, we've got these two battleships back here. Okay. Air superiority group. I haven't taken this out of LA yet. I don't know why I'm hesitating, but I kind of want to just make sure. I feel like the only way we're going to lose is if I do something really stupid. And so, we need to put units here. Eventually, I guess we could move some of the Canadian units out. They've got a little bit. I mean, I don't know. That's a little ahistorical, right? Um, Okay, I think we're going to call this a turn. When we come back next time, I'm going to continue my assault here. I would like to get something up to Bandar Lampung. I would actually really like to get up here and get into this oil. I think that that would be very hurtful for him if we took Palembang. Bang, bang, Palembang. We'll get some of these units moved back out. I've got too much sitting here. Ninth Corps takes up like all of the supply here, so they're not going to have, a lot of supply. Um, all right, this bomber group, I'll figure out what to do with them. We got the subs down here. A lot going on around the board. Really enjoying the game. Let's do look at the build queue. Doesn't look like the UK's got anything to do. The US, I mean, we're just getting to a point where we could build, I don't know, light carrier group? Sure, why not? That's 400 build days, though. Be ready by November of 43. Well, does that make any sense? I don't know. March 20th, 1944. Ouch. That seems like a long, long ways away. Let's do more air I don't know why. I love air superiority. Let's do interceptors. That's March 43. That sounds a lot better to me. Let's get some air superiority going on. And then I guess that leaves us with enough to do yet another division. Although, gosh darn it, I really wanted to build some Marines. Let's get off that air superiority. Let's build 4th Marine and 5th Marine. Okay, we got a lot of Marines on the way. I like hoo-ha! Let's go, team. All right, down to 151 in the stockpile. We'll build planes next time. I'm sorry. I like to build planes. It's just fun. Australia, anti-tank, purchased. Let's do it. Canada, Communist China, India. I guess could build another. Shit. Let's just do assault. Why not? Okay, we're on the move now. And then the Kiwis. Nothing for the Kiwis this time. All right, that's the build queue. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to turn this turn in and turn it back to our opponent. And I can't wait to get it back. Hopefully, he'll have it back to me tonight, and I'll record another one. All right, guys, have a good one. Adios. Strategy Gaming Dojo.